One night when I was 10, I was woken up by my bedroom door opening, followed by someone sitting on my bed. Reddit.com user recalls of a childhood brush with a very persistent ghostly apparition. I felt my leg grazed and the bed sink under a person's weight. It's just Mom, I thought, and I opened my eyes. It was not my mom. I found an eyeless boy. He had black, empty sockets, about my age, sitting at the foot of my bed. He extended his hand, and in it was a little box. I was startled but reached out. He pulled back. I reached again and said, "Give it." Then I blinked, and when I reopened my eyes, he was gone. But I could still see the imprint where he'd sat on my bed. That night, a chill lingered in the room long after the boy disappeared. It clung to the shadows, creeping into the corners and whispering through the curtains. Each creak of the house became a sinister voice, each rustle of leaves outside a mournful sigh. I lay awake, unable to shake the feeling that those empty sockets were still watching me, from somewhere just beyond the edge of sleep. Fast forward 5 years. My girlfriend came over to do homework. After she finished, she took a nap while she waited for her parents. When they arrived, I tried waking her up. She opened her eyes suddenly, looking up at a corner where the wall met the ceiling. She pointed there and went back to sleep. I shook her again. She came to full consciousness, and I explained what she'd done. She looked haunted. Up on the wall, I saw a little boy with no eyes. He was there, in a Spider-Man pose, staring at me. I freaked out and told her my story about the same kid. We both felt a chill settle over us, as though the temperature in the room had dropped by several degrees. That night, neither of us slept well. I kept hearing faint whispers, as if a child was calling out from the shadows, and once I thought I saw a pair of empty sockets peeking at me through the crack of the slightly ajar closet door. Fast forward another 5 years. I was with the same girlfriend, and we had a 2-year-old. We were living in my parents' house, in my old room. My daughter started waking up at the same time every night, and she'd talk. After a while, I noticed she had almost the same conversation every night. I playfully asked her once whom she was talking to. She said, "It's a little boy. He's nice. He's lost and looking for his mommy." My daughter's nightly conversations continued until we got our own place later that year. But there was one last incident before we moved out. One night, I heard my daughter whispering and decided to listen in. As I cracked the door open, I saw a faint outline of a boy standing by her bedside. His hollow sockets seemed to fix on me before vanishing into the shadows. My daughter looked at me, eyes wide, and said, "He just wants to go home." The morning we left, I found a small box on the floor of my daughter's room. It was identical to the one the eyeless boy had held all those years ago. I hesitated before picking it up, my hand trembling. Inside was a lock of hair, brittle with age, tied with a faded ribbon. A chill ran down my spine as I realized the boy had left it as a parting gift, or perhaps a warning. We moved to our new house, hoping to leave the haunting behind. But even now, sometimes late at night, I feel the temperature drop inexplicably, and I catch the scent of something old and musty, like an echo of the past. I know the boy with no eyes is still out there, searching, waiting, and that one day, he might return. If you like the stories, don't forget to subscribe my channel.